in our laws. I speak as someone who grew up in a Republican traditional family in Western Maine, who has walked the divide between moderate Republicans, libertarian independents, and liberal Democrats throughout my career. People in my community do not mind if two people of the same sex live together, share property together, raise a family together, and that is what we traditionally call marriage. The people of my community do care that there is enough love to nourish a marriage, enough love to grow a family, enough love to sustain a community. I speak as someone who is now charged with enforcing Maine's civil rights laws in hopes that passage of LD 1020 will make my job so much easier. So I speak in favor of LD 1020, but in respectful opposition to LD 1069. I know it may be tempting to accord half a loaf, as it were, to say civil unions are sufficient. They are half a marriage, a different class, a legal entity that would have to be fine-tuned legislatively, interminably, to fit our parental rights, divorce and separation, inheritance and property division laws. Such a notion, I believe, is not only unnecessarily complicated, it is inherently unfair. You know, not that long ago, women were not allowed to hold title to property in this state. Not so very long ago, Franco-Americans were considered second-class citizens, coming from a foreign land, speaking a funny language. Not so very long ago, people were permitted to discriminate at will on any basis whatsoever. Those days are gone. Those laws and practices were inherently unfair, against our way of life. They will never return. This act will not deprive us of the right to teach our children to respect our religious and personal values in any way. This act will not diminish my relationship with my husband and my children. This act will not affect my relationship with my God. This act will not require the church to perform a marriage ceremony against its beliefs. It will codify the state's recognition of a civil entity that is marriage in our statutes. The Marriage Equality Act, I believe, is a fair thing. It will stabilize, not destabilize, relationships. It comports with our Maine tradition of independence, compassion, and community values. It most closely comports with our constitutional principles of equal protection and exemplifies the language in our state's constitution. All people are born equally free and independent and have certain natural, inherent, and unalienable rights, among which are those of pursuing and obtaining safety and happiness. And no person shall be denied the enjoyment of the person's civil rights or be discriminated against in the exercise thereof. That is why this bill should become law, and why I urge its passage.